Hello, everybody. It's me, Hefe. This is Hefe Gaming, but this is a little bit different. Yes, it's another video, and it's my 2020 year in review. More specifically, my year. Obviously, 2020 was not the greatest of years. Obviously, we had the pandemic, and it wasn't really a good year for anybody. I mean, you start off with, Kobe dying. That was a major thing. And then the dominoes start going to effect, with COVID. Everybody's just panicking. Everyone's getting sick. It's just took over the whole world. But we all know that. So here today on this video, I'm going to talk about my 2020. What 2020 was like for me. So obviously, starting the year off, I was optimistic. Obviously, 2019 wasn't too bad for me. I just started streaming the end of 2019, going into 2020. Uh, I didn't have hopes for the channel. I was just optimistic in general. I was still working at my gas station job. Was still trying to just survive there. It was got more hectic as time went on, but that's I'll talk more about that in a little bit. It was just normal, but then obviously, uh, you know, seeing the Niners lose the Super Bowl wasn't the greatest, but hey, I'm glad they made it. But then once the pandemic happened, then things got a little bit weird because obviously people were trying to buy everything. So it was hard to get the necessities. But still going around, obviously now, you're wearing masks, you're wearing gloves and everything. Everything was fine. But in May, and just is still hard for me to talk about. But uh, somewhere around May, I was scheduled to do a few night shifts. Uh, in this particular week, the first night shift didn't go well. It just me and my coworker had to re-put a shelf because it fell because near the end of our shift, uh, the person who supplies us gas came in like literally like around almost around midnight and it's like, hey, we gotta put you gas, and then it just one thing led to another. Shelf fell. We had to rearrange it and redo everything. So it was already a crappy start to the week for that. Then I'm thinking, okay, next day, scheduled to work only 2 hours, 10 to 12. And then when I go into the shift, everything was going relatively smooth. I did everything I was going to do, half hour to go. Then they came these two gentlemen wearing masks, which at normally you're like, oh hell no, this like something's gonna happen. But we didn't think anything of it. And they go in, look around. One guy asked me, hey, what's the price of this whatever item it was? I go by the coolers and I'm gonna tell him, hey, I'm gonna check for you. And then, as I put up the microphone a little bit, I look back and there's a gun in my head. Then they got my other coworker. They put us in the back. They took our phones. We were in there for a good 15 minutes, I want to say. And that night is something I can never forget. I nearly lost my life. Like, you talk about, people losing their life to COVID. Like, for me, I never thought I was ever going to be put in that situation where, you have guns to your head, but it happened. And to me, that night, it forced me to think deeply. Like, obviously, like, I care about my family and everything, and I care about my friends, but I don't know, maybe I was just starting to distance myself from everybody, which I tend to do from time to time. And it made me realize I can't do that. I nearly could have had my life taken from me. And it made me realize I gotta care more. I gotta do more things. I gotta not just sit around be a hermit. I gotta go do things, spend more time with my family, talk to my friends as much as I could. Start, try to see maybe one day I can improve my equipment for streaming. The irony is, obviously that happened to me. I got unemployment, and ironically, that was the money that I got that I end up getting the PC and what I'm doing right now, streaming for you guys, doing videos and everything. By like August, it started to go down for me. So there was that one negative. It was just made me rethink a lot of things. It was very scary, you know. Obviously, I took the virus more seriously because right in the beginning of it, one of my family members got it. It made me think, okay, this thing is serious. So there's the negatives for that. Positives, obviously, growing this community, doing YouTube and Twitch. Obviously, doing YouTube, honest, it. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I didn't really think anything of it. I'm just thinking, hey, I do stream here to there, here to there. But when I got the unemployment money, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I've been wanting a PC. Why not make it a reality? I have to make it a reality because if I don't do this, I'm gonna regret it. And obviously, with the accident and it's still fresh in my head, I'm thinking, this is your chance to do something. It's like to not only satisfy my desire for streaming, but also, what if you streaming could make a difference? And I'm glad to say I have. Here we are at the time of this recording, like I think over 350 subscribers. Honestly, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I really do thank you. Um, Obviously, I'm a very shy and timid man. I keep a lot of things to myself. I don't really talk a lot. I don't really do a lot of things. I don't really interact with a lot of people because I'm the shy guy. Doing like full time streaming for the last 4 or 5 months have really helped me grow, and I've met some incredible people. Obviously, I'm still new to this. I still at times kind of feel weird streaming, and that probably will always be with me. But I know going forward, it will gain me the confidence. Obviously, I have my community behind me. I got some great friends behind me. Obviously, you guys know my best friend Rocha, who is now Rocha Entertainment. He's had my back since day freaking one. Like, we've been friends for 10 years, best friends for about 8. Obviously, you guys know the story. When he started his channel, I had his back. And the same to me what happened last year. I told him, like, last year, hey, I'm going to start this channel. Do you think I should do it? And he's like, go for it. Well, buddy, here I am, about 350 strong. Thank you for believing in me. Your friendship means a lot to me. You have honestly have been one of the bestest friends I've ever had. So, shout out to you, my friend. But and this really just doing all this, obviously, we had also some funny moments, of course. I'm now known as the Mexican projectile because I don't know, in my thought process, I'm thinking, hey, let's do a drunk stream. Hey, someone give me $100. I'll chug alcohol. Well, I gave you guys the funny moment of the year. I vomited during stream and I became known as the Mexican projectile. And you know what? I accept it. Normally, and this made me grow a lot. The last year has made me grow as a person because normally when people give me that kind of crap, I normally be like, get away from me, get out of my face and everything. But now I kind of just laugh at it and I'm like, okay, I'm the Mexican projectile. I embrace it. I'm also called Bald Hefe because I cut my hair once and now it's kind of a gimmick, you more or less. But you know, and I'm calling pauses because it's things that are difficult to say. There's a lot of things I don't know what to say really. This was kind of like spur of the moment video and everything. But if it weren't for all you guys, I wouldn't be here doing any of this stuff. Obviously, we hit our goal for 350, but you know what? That's not the end of the road for us. You know, obviously, we're gonna still try to do the YouTube, try to do Twitch here and there, but I'm not gonna give up. You guys still give me the motivation to go and do this. Obviously, 2020 wasn't the best year for me, wasn't the best year for anybody. But if anything, it taught us that we need to improve, stick together, spread positivity, and just have each other's back. At least that's what I've learned over the year. So guys, I want to thank you again. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. Thank you for having my back. I have your guys' back. You have mine, and we will continue to grow. And hopefully, 2021 will be better than this year. All right, guys. This is the end of the video. I hope you all have a great New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's, if whenever you watch this, and I will see you guys soon. All right. Also, Hefe is bowing out. Peace.